Hi everybody and welcome to today's vlog. First, let me say thank you so much for the overwhelming views that I received on the previous video where I spoke about the cons of working on a cruise ship. I am sure by the time you're watching this video, I will have released the pros of working on a cruise ship. So today, allow me to speak about salary because I feel like this is one of the questions that so many people asked me, and the information that I'm going to give you today is information given to me by my friends who work on cruise ship and also information that I have researched. I am sure so many people are interested to know about this topic because you already heard how many hours people work on board. It's usually 9 hours plus. And so I feel like this is the reason why everybody wants to know, okay, if I'm working this much, how much am I gonna get paid? And so today I'm going to tackle this topic, and I hope that I will get into it so that you all will understand and, get an idea of how salaries are paid on board. Okay, there is definitely a massive gap between the highest and the lowest pay depending on various factors, and the factors that are vary things like the country of origin. If you allow me to explain that, someone who is coming from Kenya will definitely not be paid the same as someone who's coming from US, even though they're in the same position because of the currency exchange. All right, so the position on board also will vary. So a captain will not be paid the same as the housekeeper. So depending on the position, your salary will vary. The other thing is your experience on board. If you're someone who's just joining this career, your salary will definitely be different as compared to someone who's been on board, worked for about, let's say, 10 years. I mean, someone who's experienced working on board, the experience will differ with your salary, because I'm sure this one will be paid more because they're already experienced, and for you, because you're just new in the company, they will start somewhere lower. But then again, here I come in and say you have the right to negotiate. Of course, negotiation also, I will also say research on the company that you're working for. At least get an idea of how much they pay for your position, so that when you go for your interview, you won't mention a number that will be too high and disqualify you from getting this job, or maybe they will see you as they won't consider you because your whatever you mentioned was too high. Be considerate, get to know how much my position pays, so that at least you can mention something slightly higher and bring out your negotiation skills. And you never know, you probably might get something higher even if you're new in this career. So to be able to give you an example so you can understand what I'm saying, I decided to go on Indeed and researched on various positions in the cruise ship and see how much they pay yearly. And I came across a food worker position. They get paid 21,000 and below. Deckhand get paid 25,000 and below. Entertainers get paid up to $30,000 and below. Captains get $87,000 and below. Like, you see, they vary, and there's a very big gap due to the position and probably experience. And let me just give an example with the position of a captain. So they say it's 87,000, right? And so if this is a new employee who's coming into this job as a new captain, he doesn't have any experience, I'm sure his salary will be slightly lower as compared to a captain who's been working in this job for quite some time. Also, let me mention that it also depends on the company you're working for, because some companies will pay slightly higher and some will pay slightly lower. So it also depends on the company you're working for and how much they pay. So now let's talk about the pay. And depending on the company you're working for, some companies will pay every month and some companies will pay after every 2 weeks. So that depends on the company you're working for and the agreement that you signed. So there are two ways of how crew members get their salary. So number one will be the tipping position, and the tipping position are departments like or positions like bar waiters, room tours, restaurant servers. I mean, these people who deal with guests directly, you know, like they directly deal with guests. So these positions, they don't get salary from the company. Their salary comes from the tips or the sales that they've made on that particular week or month or whatever period of time that they will be paid. So their salary is not standard, it varies. So if they've made good sales on this week, the salary will definitely be high. If there was definitely no sales, then the salary will definitely be low. So that's how they get their salary. The other position is non-tipping positions, and these are staff who do not directly have a contact with their guests on board. And so positions like these are, let's say, people like captains or people who work in the office, and people who are at the back door, like cooks and you know, laundry people. They do not directly contact with the guests, and so the salaries are stagnant. And these are the people who are paid higher, because it doesn't matter whether it was a busy season or a low season, they will have a basic salary. Okay, I went ahead and also researched on a couple of payments or salaries that various positions get, and if you allow me, I can share it with you. I'll start with the dishwashers. They get about $500 to $700. Storeroom, they get up from around, or storekeepers, if I say so, storekeepers, they get around $1,500 to $1,800. Crew cook, they cook for the staff, their salary is $900 to $1,200. Bakers are paid $1,200 to $1,700. Photographers are paid $1,800 to $2,800. Laundry staff are paid $700 to $900. Housekeepers get paid $600 to $800. Room stewards get $1,500 to $2,200. Pool supervisors get $1,200 to $1,800. Floor supervisors are paid $1,200 to $1,800. Restaurant staff get paid $1,800 to $2,800. So these are just examples of, you know, how much they get paid. And I feel like people who work on cruise should get more salary because they work so hard, and because of the, you know, the kind of work they do, they deserve more pay. But that's not for me to decide. That's for the companies to decide. It's just my opinion. So I hope this video, I know it was all over, but I hope you got an idea of the salary. If you do want to know more, I will suggest, you know, make Google your friend, go research, so you get more details if you feel like I wasn't as clear as you wanted me to be. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Until next time, bye bye.